Do, 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 do. Yeah, I've been playing around on another site the last few weeks called Battlecam. And the guy has been in the news, the guy that owns it, has been in the news lately. He's a billionaire from England. Actually, I think he's Turkish, but he lives in England and also in California. And the premise of his streaming webcam thing is he pays people to do stupid challenges. And his latest challenge that he's been on the news for is he's going to pay $100,000 for anybody who can be at a Obama news conference and be naked and get yourself a cool $100,000 to buy some clothes. So that's his latest publicity stunt. His family is the Coca-Cola bottler in Turkey, I think, is where they made their money. And I guess basically he just inherited $1 billion or something. So he's like, I think he's like one of the 20 wealthiest people in the world or something like that. So I've been playing around on that one, and so in addition to the little stunts that he tries to get people to do, when you go on the channel, people watching vote you up or down, and the idea is to stay on without getting kicked off for as long as you can. And usually, people are on there for like a minute or so, and then they get switched to another channel, or they switch to another channel. And it's kind of interesting. It's band of 7. It's battlecam.com. BATTLECAM. And the guy's name is Alki David. One of the 20th, is that the right word? 20th richest people in the world. And so I've been playing around there a while just for the heck of it. It's really it's much different than Justin TV because they use it's like an over 18 site, and most everybody on there uses really bad language and kind of a lot of it's almost like bullying. They bully one another. And then the video, there's only a few rules about what you can put on video. So like Justin TV, you can't put on any nudity, but on there they do allow nudity to some extent. They got a few qualifications. Although you see it occasionally. In fact, well, because I guess the guy that's running it has something about nudity. Now that I think about it, because most of his challenges have something to do with nudity, like getting naked in front of a president nude. So now that I think about it, quite a lot of the challenges involved being nude. In fact, yeah, there was one last week, now that I think about it. The idea was he was going to pay somebody, I don't know, $500 or something if you call a pizza delivery man, and then when the pizza guy shows up, you're supposed to be naked. And I think you were supposed to throw the pizza in the pizza guy's face or something. So a lot of the pranks that he's trying to get people to do are really illegal. I mean, you could certainly end up in jail. but that's his thing. I guess this guy, when he was growing up, he was like a prankster, and he got kicked out of school or something for funny business. Yeah, it's an odd deal. But I've spent a few hours on there. I think yesterday I spent like 4 hours on there, and nobody voted me off for quite a long time. And I just do my normal stuff, so it's kind of like just the opposite of what all the other guys are doing. Oh, and he also pays. He'll give you prizes if you get so many points. The problem is the points are basically like per minute. So you'd have to be on there like, I don't know, I think one of the prizes is like 6,000 points or something. So that means 6,000 minutes. I mean, it's just a goofy little prize. And he has like prizes like TVs and stuff. But, I mean, in reality, nobody's going to be able to get that many hours on there because it keeps revolving over, you know, each channel only gets a few minutes normally. Well, not really, because I'm thinking if you were doing that president thing, not only would you get arrested, I would guess you would spend a fairly long time in jail. Because of the nature of it, and they'd trump up some kind of a charge, you know, of national security and homeland security, and then to pay lawyers in something that big, you would easily spend $100,000 in lawyers on something that big. Because the risk is that they, you know, put you in jail for like 10 years for some odd statute like attacking the president or something. And even the pizza deal they were doing, I mean, if that guy landed in jail, I mean, if he had a lawyer, he'd easily spend $500 just to get out of jail. I mean, even the bail would be more than that. So, you know, anybody that's trying to do those, you know, should really think it through. But mostly it's, you know, like kids in their 20s or something that aren't really thinking too well.